bend the bow to shoot the tiger. Step up, straight down, parry, step through, punch. To the diagonal, apparent close-up, and seal the form to come up to conclusion, then cross hands. Bring the feet back together and finish. The 37 posture form. Standing in Wu Ji. This is a preparatory posture for Tai Chi. Standing, both legs, feet shoulder width apart, legs equally weighted, hands resting at the side and the head backwards, shoulders relaxed. In this position, we're prepared to undertake Tai Chi, relaxing the mind. We begin the Tai Chi form by raising the hands. Both hands rise upwards from the elbows and then incline upwards to the level of the shoulders, reversing the same movement back down again. We'll look at this movement again from the side. Rising, both hands bending at the elbows, coming up to the level of the shoulders and sinking down. Using acupuncture points, we can see that the hands rise up into line with Chung Fu and then come back down. So as they bend at the elbow, they're in line with Rugen, then up to Chung Fu. Here, Chung Fu at the shoulder, back down to Rugen, and then sinking back down to the side of the body. Now we move into Catch Moon, transferring the weight onto the left leg. Both hands turn and catch a ball at the side, pivoting on the right heel. We'll watch again, transferring the weight onto the left leg, pivot on the right heel as the hands come up to catch the ball. Now we'll look at the acupuncture points associated with this movement. The right hand is in line with the shoulder, again with this point called Chung Fu. The left hand is just above the right hip, Hao Ji. Raise the hands, extend the fingertips, sink the elbows, leaving the hands back down. Transfer the weight onto the left leg, pivot on the right heel, and the hands come up to Catch Moon. Now we close the move, which means transferring the weight onto the right leg. Again, we'll have another look at this. Closing, now step forward and outwards with the left leg into what's called ward off left, using this horse posture or horse stance as a transitional posture. We'll look at this movement one more time. Transfer weight onto the left, pivot on the right heel, catch moon or catch the ball, step into horse stance, push off the right heel, turning the right toe as the left hand comes up in front of the chest and the right hand comes down to the right thigh. This is called ward off left. From the beginning, raise hands, extend fingers, sink the elbows, and palms rest at the side of the body. Transfer the weight onto the left leg, catch moon, and close the move, shifting weight onto right leg. Step forward with the left leg, push off the right heel, bringing up the left hand in front of the chest, right hand down to the right thigh. Now catch moon on the left side. Stepping back into horse stance and pushing into ward off right. Ward off right has the fingertips of the left hand pointing into the pulses of the right arm at the wrist. Ward off right is the beginning of what's known as grass sparrow's tail, a series of 4 movements or 4 energies, which we'll see. From catch moon on the left side, stepping out on the right, the left hand comes in line with these 3 pulses on the right, and to ward off right. From the beginning, raising hands, extend the fingers, sink the elbows, let the palms drift down by the side of the body. Transfer the weight to the left and catch moon. Close the move by shifting the weight onto the right leg, step forward with the left leg, raise the left hand in front of the chest, the right hand down to the right thigh, pivoting on the right heel. Catch moon on the left side with the left hand at the left shoulder. Step back down into horse stance and pivot on the left heel as the right hand comes up and the fingers of the left hand point into the pulses. Ward off right, grass sparrow's tail. From here we do a roll back, which means turning the left palm upwards, transferring the weight onto the left leg and turning to the left. We'll look at the feet movements. Transfer the weight onto the left leg. Watch the knee doesn't move in this posture, and all we're doing is turning the waist. Again. Transfer the weight and turn the left hand upwards as we turn back. Now, watch that the knee doesn't move in this posture. The left hand circles around to pass by the left ear, as seen here in the diagram. The right hand comes over towards the chest. Hegu, which we discussed earlier briefly, and Laogang. Laogang is in the center of the palm, and that faces into the chest just as we turn to the left. The left palm passes by, pointing downwards, the 3 points just at the lower lobe of the left ear. From the beginning, raising hands, extend the fingertips, sink the elbows, palms drift down to the side. Transfer the weight onto the left, pivot on the right heel, catch moon on the right side. Close the move by transferring weight onto the right. Step forward with the left, raising the left hand in front of the chest, the right hand down to the right thigh. Catch moon left side, stepping back out with the right leg. Fingers of the left hand pointing to the pulses on the right as we go into what's known as roll back. Transferring the weight onto the back leg, the left hand comes up past the left ear and then joins both palms in front of the chest. Here we push off the back leg back onto the front or right leg. This is called press. Press has the 2 palms together. The points of the 2 palms are on the base of the wrist. As seen in the diagram, Daling on the left hand, Haozi on the right. The meat and the fingers, if you like, come up into the mount on the right hand under the thumb. This creates a good, strong structure of the arms. Looking at grass sparrow's tail, we've ward off right. Now we roll back, turning the left palm up, transferring the weight to the left. The left hand comes up past the left ear. Both palms meet to form the third part of grass sparrow's tail, or press, as we push off the back leg. In the next movement, we separate the hands. Now the hands don't do much, they just sit in front, and it's mainly the elbows that function here. By dropping the elbows slightly, letting the hands come towards the chest as you sink on the back leg again, and then push as if you're pushing a piano along the road. We'll watch this movement. Let the hands sink back down to the abdomen as you transfer back onto the back leg. Again, the weight's on the front leg or the right leg. And now as we transfer the weight back, the hands come into the chest and then push forward as if pushing a piano. Leave the hands there this time. Let the body come back as the hands drift down towards the waist. The weight's on the left leg. Here we see the weight shifting over. Now it's about 70% weight on the back leg, 70 now on the front. And as we come back onto 70 on the back leg. This is called a back stance. The other stance, a forward stance, is always 70-30% weights. The final posture of grass sparrow's tail is push. Both hands in line with the shoulder, with the elbows relaxed. We'll watch push being executed from the beginning of the form again. Raising the hands, extend the fingertips, sink the elbows, palms resting down to the side of the body. Transfer the weight onto the left leg and catch moon on the right side. Close the move by shifting the weight onto the right leg, stepping forward with the left. Bring the left hand in front of the chest, the right hand sinks down to the right thigh. Transfer all the weight onto the left leg and step back out with the right leg into grass sparrow's tail. First part, ward off right. Turn the left palm up, transfer the weight back onto the back leg, left leg, and spin round. This is roll back, the second part. The left hand passes by the lobe of the left ear and into press, the third part of grass sparrow's tail. Separate the two hands, sink the elbows and come back onto the back leg, preparing for the next movement and final part of grass sparrow's tail called push. Now leave the hands there, bring the body back, and let the hands sink down. To review all the movements, we'll use the points associated with the movements. Raising the hands, extend the fingertips. So in the top left hand of the corner we can see this happening and where the point should be. Back down to the side and we turn and catch moon, the top right of the screen. The hands in line, we can see the 2 points in the middle at the left of the screen. Warding off left, stepping onto the left leg, and into grass sparrow's tail, the image in the center of the screen. Turning the left palm up, rolling back, the image on the right of the screen in the center, press on the lower left, and coming back into push, the final part of grass sparrow's tail. And the last image. Now we're moving into the next posture, which is called single whip. Coming back on the back leg, the hands rest down and we pivot on the right heel as the palms come round. Transfer the weight onto the right. The right hand makes a hook and we pivot in the ball of the left foot. As we step round and as we turn the right toe, the left palm turns. Now we need to break this down in sections, obviously. Even on a video, it can be quite quick. Coming back, let the hands drift down to the abdomen from push. Now pivot on the right heel. Now you need to be really careful of the knee here, it doesn't wobble about. Transfer the weight on to the right as we pivot on the left foot. Let's see the movement again. Coming back onto the left leg, we'll rotate on the right heel, transfer the weight onto the left. The right hand forms a hook, we pivot in the ball of the left foot as we're looking towards the palm, the left palm. Again, coming down, turn, try and feel the movement as you transfer the weight onto the right, coming on to the middle of the foot, then as you pivot round, on the left, feel it centering, the knee doesn't move. Now step out into Mabu again, the transitionary posture. From here, you'll be turning, pushing off the right heel and turning the toe. As this happens, the left palm turns. Watch again. Just pushing forward, letting the left knee relax. Now look at the whole movement. Hands come down, pivot on the right heel, making a hook. That's joining all the fingers together on the right hand, pivot on the left ball of the foot and step out. The palm faces towards the face, and as the right toe turns, the left palm turns outwards into single whip. Again, the right hand. Again, turning, coming back into Mabu, turning the right toe and the left palm. Now move into the next posture. Again, it's a transitionary posture called raise hands. In raise hands, all the weight is transferred to the left leg as the hands just open. Now we bring the right foot over into the proper posture called play guitar or play pipa. Look at this movement again. From single whip, the weight gets transferred onto the left leg, turning the body, and the hands come in, left hand towards the right elbow. And the right toe is raised. Now we pull back the arms and the right foot to step forward again with the right foot, turning the body into what's called shoulder stroke. We'll look at this movement again. Play guitar, left hand to the left elbow, right hand's extended, the hands come in, the right foot's drawn back as we step with the toe. As the heel touches, the toe turns, the knee follows, the right hand is just above the groin, the left hand is tucked into the elbow. Watch the feet work, the hands come in, foot, toe, heel. Heel turns, knee follows. The left hand's tucked into the right elbow and the right hand is just above the groin. Looking at it from the side, pulling the hands, step, turn and down into shoulder stroke. The shoulders should still be relaxed in this posture as we move into the next posture, which is called white crane. The right hand is raised, the left hand is lowered. Drawing back the hands, step forward, shoulder stroke. In white crane, the right hand's raised, the left hand comes down, and the left hand is sitting at the left thigh. The left leg is brought forward. Watching from single whip, pivoting on the right heel, coming back, forming a hook with the right hand, pivot on the ball of the left foot, looking into the left palm, step into Mabu, push off the right heel, turn the left palm. Transfer all the weight onto the left leg, raise the hands, bring over the right leg and play guitar. Left hand to right elbow. Bringing back the hands, the foot, step out, toe, heel, and move the weight onto the right leg. And in white crane, the left leg comes over, but it should be still shoulder width apart, with the pelvis pointing forwards. Let's look at it from the beginning. Now, there's nothing wrong with the picture here, or the picture quality. What's happened is we put a tracer on the film so that you can follow the line of the hands and watch the contours and circles of the hands as the Tai Chi form is executed. Warding off left. Catch moon on the left side, stepping out into ground.